Hi, I'm Kyla Tustin and I'm a soul coach and a facilitator of transformation, including cultural transformation within organisations. Back in 2010, I took a giant leap of faith and left the world of investment banking to really start going back into the corporate world and create transformation from people from the inside out. Really starting to understand that we can get the most out of our teams and out of high performance by having people love themselves from the inside out, but also start believing in themselves and understanding that their role day to day is making a huge contribution to the organisation. The reality is, no one likes change. However, we are in a constant state of change, and the world and the environment is changing around us, and particularly within organisations. So part of the cultural transformation piece is, how do we support your team to go from potentially good to great to extraordinary, from looking at their performance and celebrating who they are, their role and the uniqueness that they play day to day. One of the main focuses that I do when we come in is start to look at, how do we take your team from performing well and good or great to really performing in their space of extraordinary or their creative genius. And recently I was working with an organisation who was just having some really toxic team dynamics in terms of they didn't know how to communicate and things weren't being shared, and it was just really starting to impact the client's experience, because when there's this culture of complaining and blaming and shaming and really not speaking up, it impacts everything from the bottom line to every client experience that you have. So what we do when we come in is really start to look at, what are the behaviours that are no longer useful and how do we start to dissolve those, and then what is this ideal culture that we would like to create, and what are some behaviours and day-to-day actions that are in alignment with that. So with the example that I've given, we sat down and we created what I call these rules of engagement, and the rules of engagement everybody agrees on. So we all say, what are the behaviours that we want to have as a team, how do we want to feel when we come to work, and then we create this beautiful picture and methodology in terms of following this, and it gives people structure, which means that they aren't going back to old behaviours that aren't that useful, that might be creating this toxic, stress enhancing environment, and we start to elevate the way people are feeling day to day, which means that you're going to get more out of them, but most importantly, people are going to love coming to work again. They're going to remember why they started to do what they do, and they're going to also then support each other to shine. I truly believe that every team member within your organisation was born with a unique creative spark, and part of my role is to come in and ignite that and to fuel it day to day by providing those tools and strategies to make sure that everyone feels amazing and leaves every day and arrives every day loving what they do and loving that they are a part of your business.